start the streaming and then it should go live. Live. There we are. So we shall continue the game. Oh, is this plugged in correctly? Yep, that's... is it though? Let's set to XY. Just gonna start over to mid-side microphone and see this microphone I also haven't used for my recordings, and when I do that I set into XY mode because I want stereo, but if I'm doing this I want it in what's the word I'm looking for? I want it in Brumming mode, mid-side mode, so I can have a mono mic, which is very good for my voice, as you can see here. So, trainer manager, and I don't think I'm driving any trailer at the moment. I think I gave mine away, so I want a container carrier. But what about... Actually, I just want a container carrier. So no one's using this one, so I'll use it. It'll spawn in your garage in Brumming. No, because I want to stay where I am. So we'll go job market. I'm doing just an external contract. I want to get into the United Kingdom, so GB. So that's all the way up to Aberdeen. Yeah. We'll do that one then. Yep. That'll do. I remember the first time I heard the word nacelle was on Star Trek, where they'd have the engines in nacelles, and I was like, oh yeah, that must be some fancy naval term from the Navy people at the Navy. Oh yeah, turn the engine on. And that's good. I want those the wheels lifting up, so park and brake off, that on. And I just realised I've got 4 clicky buttons on my steering wheel, the D hat, and I've got the 4 Xbox coloured buttons. So I'm using currently all except one of them. Steering stiff. Yeah, it's always stiff to start off with. Why is that? Going 7 straight away. And then 9? Yeah, that'll do. In fact, make it 10. The engine nacelles. Monster. Oh look, there's my speed. It's on the information panel. Not going to refuel whilst I'm in Sphere then. Oh no, I'm in Denmark, aren't I? Good question. What's cheaper, Denmark or the UK? I mean, Denmark makes its own oil, or at least it used to. But they recently was like, yeah, this profitable industry, we're just going to get rid of all of that because reasons. Let's go in 10. When you're not carrying a trailer, you can skip loads of gears. At least when going up. Ah, there we go. That helps. And in I go. And then I think... What was that? I think that was a very tight sleeping policeman. Yeah. Let's just go forward. Yeah. Brake there. And, oh. I'm not going to bother putting the extras pair of steering on there. I can get it in. Yeah, job's a good one. Right, so now that's done, handbrake on, and let's adjust the position of the microphone. Oh, is that as far as it... I need to readjust my... I've got these Velcro straps to guide the wire on the thing. Cable. And it'll only go so far, so right, there's a good spot for it. Now, let's get comfortable, as this is going to be a long drive. And hey, look at that, I seem to have a beacon on the rear of my trailer. That's a nice feature. So I'll just do that. So we're going from wherever this place is in Denmark, who cares, to the United Kingdom, and that cable is directly in my line of sight. So what if I put the microphone there? How's that? Hopefully I'm still legible. That's the important thing. And just go F3 there to get rid of that. Oh, hang on. I can't actually see my sat-nav. I need to angle things down a bit. There we go. Right. On my way to Aberdeen, delivering this wind turbine nacelle. Hang on. Is that the exit? Yeah, that looks like an exit. Yep, the steering's stiff again, but then again, that makes sense because of going at slow speed. Yep, that's a speed bump, or sleeping policeman as they used to be known. That's okay, that's what the curb's there for. Ah, that's more like it. Not going to look left and right because leaning over to get my mouse is a pain in the ass. So I wouldn't mind one of those VR sets. When funds allow it, because I've recently invested in a new synthesizer. Hobbit, you already have a synthesizer. Yes, but this synthesizer plugs into my other synthesizer so I can synthesize while synthesizing. How's about that then? I can't see the light, so... Okay, no one's around. I'll wait for that. That one's turning red, so now it must be my turn to go. Bit of guesswork, but I think I was right. I don't have to refuel if I don't want to, so I'm just going to go into the refueling station, for I refuel with diesel. Yep. And that's 141. That's pretty expensive. I'm guessing it's heavily taxed. Oh dear. Oopsie doopsies. Right, let's reverse on that. We don't want an exploding fuel tank. Or fuel pump. Hmm. Uh... Hmm. My curiosity is going to be an expensive mistake, I think. Yeah. Oh, that's alright. It's for... Oh, no! Alright, let's put the differential lock on it. There, diff lock is on. Right. So now, I'm back. And diff lock's off. Yep, diff lock is now off. Don't clip that. Long trailer. Anyway, there we go. I could have just not done that, but then I wouldn't know what the cost of fuel is in Denmark. Hey, but at least this way I managed to miss the red light. So how's about that then? Anyway, I want to talk about my new synthesizer because that's what I've been... And I was using it this morning. However, my other synthesizer, which does run on batteries, and the battery's saying low battery. I was like, well, that's okay. I've got another 6 I can use. Put them all in, and some of them are old, some of them are new, and it just said low battery. So I put them all in charger, and they all said fully charged. And it's like, okay, those batteries, either the capacity is insufficient or there's been a bit of voltage drop over the years, but either way, it wasn't happy. And when the microcog detects low battery, it won't let you modify any of the parameters. So one of the things I like doing is having a preset and then twiddling around with things like frequency cutoff on the filter to give some expression to whatever it is I am playing. Engine off. Don't need the engine whilst I'm on the ferry. And we shall go to Hull. That's where bad people go to when they die. So as you can see, the voice, if you can hear it, it should sound different now because I'm positioned differently on the microphone. But now I need the engine on. Right, engine's now on. And sat-nav's visible, all of that's visible. So now I'm just going to move myself in my chair and disengage the handbrake. Sorry, the parking brake. Brr. And need to get out of this ferry port. Actually, I'm just going to go forward. Not going to try and attempt to do a tight turn like this, not with a trailer this size. There we go. And we're now driving on the left, so there's a lorry reminding me which way we should be going. Yes, perfect place to change gear. Oh, I could have used the extra wheels for steering, never mind. And it's 48 kilometers an hour, or 30 miles an hour, as it's otherwise known. And I give way to these guys. I can't see anything on my right. I'm just going to inch forward, hope for the best. No one's there. Now I'm committed. On my way to Grimsby. It's now 80 kilometers an hour. Yes. Come on, I can get a bit faster than this. It says I can do 80. Alright, so there's... looks like 80, and if I just reach to the keyboard and press I can steep up one more. There we go. Get back to the high score. 432 kilometers. Is it just me, or do these roads seem a bit tight to be doing 50 miles an hour on? Mind you, 50 miles an hour is the maximum you can do, it's not the minimum. Yeah, main beams is better. Driving my truck, driving my big old truck. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about the NTS1. Was going to play with it this morning, but then the batteries... Now, I do have a power supply I could use for the cork, but that means I have to go and find the right cable and do all that stuff, which is a pain in the arse, which is why I prefer to use batteries. So, yeah. What, is he giving way to me then? Okay, alright. I don't understand why. He's got right away. This is one of the reasons I don't like going in the UK. I don't think they accurately model roads in the UK. For a start, you can't do 97 kilometers an hour. Your speed limited to 90 if you're doing a World of Trucks contact. Because, I mean, I suppose it makes sense. Yeah, the fastest speed you can do in Europe is 90 kilometers an hour. But in the UK, the fastest speed you can do as a lorry driver is 60 miles an hour on dual carriageways and motorways, which is 97 kilometers an hour. But most lorries, even on the UK, are speed limited to... they are speed limited to... Concentrate, don't touch the Armco barrier. 90 kilometers an hour, because of... which is 56 miles an hour. But it's like, okay, so that's forgivable, but what's not really is the fact that if I'm on, say for example, when I was turning right on that road, that oncoming lorry, he had right of way. He should have just carried on, he shouldn't have stopped. Much like the roundabouts. Our roundabouts, you go on them, you have priority until you come off. Over in the continent, on those roundabouts, you always give way to oncoming traffic. Like you do on junctions, and I think I've said about this before. Come on, this is a heavy thing. It's not accelerating like I would with other loads, but that's okay. Right, I'm doing 80 now, so I can go into that gear. So yeah, I got an NTS1, I built the kit, and was grounded as I did it. Video is coming when I can be bothered to put it up, and yeah, it was an enjoyable experience putting it together, I must say. But more importantly than that, the results are what's important. And funny enough, I think it's probably because I was using a wrong search term, but before I was looking for the NTS1, and on Amazon the prices was over £100. And when I bought it on the kit on eBay, thought, oh, look at that speed go down. I'm resting my legs. I'm not going to change gear. So anyway, bought the kit for £95. And on Amazon today, I was looking for a MIDI cable for it, as it uses 1/8 jacks. It's not big enough to have a MIDI'd in socket, which I think's a shame. I mean, personally, I would prefer to have those in, but I have never seen a motorway junction that looks like this. But anyway, I was looking for it, and I was typing in NTS1 MIDI cable, because when I was typing 1/8 inch to DIN, or 3.5 inch, 3.5 mil to DIN, I couldn't find anything. And but I could find the NTS1, which was annoying, because I saw the kit, on sale for £85. I was like, oh, I just bought one. Oh well. I mean, what's a tenner here or there, I suppose. That's keeping somebody alive. And I'm on the motorway, and it's saying the maximum speed is 80 kilometers an hour, which means the maximum speed I'm allowed to do is 50. That's ridiculous. Now it says 97. Alright, so let's just get up to full speed. There, I'm full speed, and it's turning off. Back. Hello, lizard. I'm eating a ginger nut. So, price for diesel in the UK is same as the price in Denmark. Well, there you go. I decided not to fully load up, as I think I have a garage in Aberdeen, so I can just I can top up there. I wonder what the law regarding transportation of fuel is, because what if you could just say to, like, oh hey, fuel's really cheap in Turkey or Morocco, so go there with the lorry and the fuel tanker, and then go and load up on it and take it all the way back. Or would customs say, oh, you got some fuel there, well, yep, that is cheap, but we're going to tax you on that fuel now. So you know you don't make any savings. There probably is some sort of importation clause. Yeah, I'm sure there must be, otherwise people would actually make a business of, you know, driving lorries to cheap places, provided of course that the cost of fuel wouldn't make it prohibitive and the cost of the driver's wages and lorry maintenance. Yeah, I do wonder though. I mean, the main thing is that you can, if you really want to go cheap, you can use biodiesel and just accept that you're going to be going through fuel filters faster than if you've gone through a carefully refined product. Oh, Bear Ray saying something. But it's a twisty turny road, so I can't read it just yet. According to an Israeli official, America and Israel have been in contact with an alien federation. Yeah, I've heard of this as well. Yeah, it's not the first time. I remember years and years ago there was this thing called the Disclosure Project, and there were these US Air Force officials who have been tasked in the communication program with a speeding offence. I'm doing 91 kilometres an hour and I'm getting a speeding offence. Oh, because welcome to Scotland, where everyone's got to go really fucking slow. That's probably it. Bring it down a bit more. Come on. When did this turn into a dual carriageway? Yeah, but anyway, Air Force officials on communications, they were selected for extrasensory perception because they were gifted with telepathy, and the aliens used telepathy to get in contact with them. Although that is that was with Greys, who I don't think are extraterrestrial. I think they're just little gnomes which have always been in the netherworld. So, oh, now it's 97 again. So what was the point in that? Well, anyway, I'm sure you guys are familiar with Project Blue Book, Project Blue Beam, which is to fake an alien landing, with the idea being that it could be used for world government because, oh look, aliens, well, we got to all act as one to deal with this alien threat, or this alien thing, and I don't know. I just know whatever it is, it always ends up as bad news for us, so I'm not too excited about it. I used to be like, wow, there's UFOs and there's a chance we can explore other... when I was growing up as a kid, I really genuinely thought be out exploring space, and it was just a matter of time, but no. One moment, please. Oh, it's full of interruptions today. Well, that's good, isn't it? So, turns out, wasn't even for me at the end after all of that. I have a question for the alien ambassador. Why have they been kidnapping humans and gang probing them for decades, centuries? Well, that's the Greys. I mean, if it's reptilians or something else, I'll be like, so, why did you see us as prey then? Because you don't even have a conversation with them, really. I mean, if they see us like cattle, then it's like, all right, understood. There's not really any sort of discussion that can be had then. It's just like, you're the predator, we're the prey. Understood. So, believe it or not, but where I live, we have a front door and there's a letterbox. And despite that, all deliveries, I say all deliveries, Royal Mail seems to understand which one's the front door, but they like to come round to the side of the house and use my one instead, which is a little bit frustrating. I genuinely thought now was going to be a good time. It's like, yep, okay, everything's done, all the chores done, no further distractions, and it's like, not today. Hopefully I can get all the way up to Aberdeen unmolested. So yeah, NTS1 synthesizer, it's a lot of fun, but it's quite small, and it's quite interesting really. It doesn't have a proper enclosure. I say it doesn't have a proper enclosure. What I mean to say is that the top board is a PCB, and you just got very exposed components on the top of it. Fortunately, all the static sensitive stuff is inside, so you can't inadvertently touch it. Although there is some exposed... Oh, okay, got to bring the speed down. It's 50 now. There is a lot of exposed what's the word? Exposed solder joints, which are conductive, and it does say in the manual, yeah, don't touch those bits, otherwise it could impair the functioning of the device. And those bits of solder are where they've soldered pins on the top board, which connect into the two sockets either side of the bottom board, which has the input outputs. So the top and the bottom of the board are PCBs. PCB material, I think, is what, fiberglass with a bit of resin, and the side panels are made out of the same PCB material which you snap off, with some machined aluminium corners which you slide the PCB into. Oh yeah, and it's got two little aluminium bars which form the sideboards, which can be replaced with custom sideboards if you so desire. Overall, I'm very impressed with it. Really good box of tricks. However, the interface is a ribbon cable, not 6, 8. There we go. 8th gear will do it. I guess they make the wind turbine nacelles. Wow, that was pure red. I wasn't shouting. I guess they make the wind turbine nacelles heavy so they don't blow away in the wind. Ha ha ha! Oh, that's very droll. Ah, Scotchland. There we go. Welcome to the. It's 2 in the morning, and yet I see twilight. Okay. Actually, you know what? We're in Scotland. So, I go to options, go to gameplay, and where's the rain chance, precipitation chance? Where is it? Random road events, we'll have some of those. Detours, we'll have some of those. Rain probability, that's it. So, got a good chance of rain. There we are. Now that'll only affect me on my next job, so won't get to see it on this one. So I just think it's a bit unrealistic going to Scotland and it's a clear sky. Oh, it's saying 48, so bring it right down. Right, let's have a look at the cruise control. There we go, 48. Wow. My fuel efficiency is not going up, but then again, this is a heavy trailer. Let's alert this road user to my presence. Alright, let's just overtake then. And just overtake that one as well. Come on, Slowpoke. You can go faster than that. There's no speed limit here. I can go as fast as I like. Well, hey. Wow, I can go as fast as 90 kilometers an hour. Now it's 80. Slow down there, millennial woes. I want to read that, but no, I don't want to spend a long time in Scotland. So I want to get back to France and then back to Italy. That would be nice, nice and sunny. Oh yeah, it's 80 here. National speed limit. Yep. Come on, we can get up this hill without changing gear. There we go. I've always suspected like the Scots and the English are two different people, two distinct races. And then I find that the soil of Scotland, not only that, but Scotland is a different landmass to England. It was part of the Canadian shelf, which then moved over and collided with the English shelf, or the British shelf. So it's different rock, therefore it's different soil, different air, and there you have different people. And do my eyes deceive me? Yep. First drops of rain, there we go. How's about that? Now we're in Scotland. Someone's just leaving some traffic cones in the middle of the road for no good reason. Yep, this is Scotland. We're on the dual carriageway, so can I do... will it go up to 97? It will. Because a lot of these dual carriageways, they like to say, oh, you're a lorry driver. Maximum speed 40 miles an hour. I blame Nicola Sturgeon. When I'm on to the other one, Alexander Salmon? Yeah, what happened to him? He seemed alright. Or at least not as much of a prick as Nicola Sturgeon. Is this a thing in Scotland? Your political leaders have got have a surname which is fish related? Was Michael Fish, the weather presenter, Scottish? I'm going to go with yes. And I'm going to go with moving the microphone out of the way because it's distracting me. So we'll just have the microphone there. Now hopefully I'm not overdriving it. No, I'm not. Okay, that's good. Yep, that's rain alright. Forgot what the stuff looked like. Oh, you know what? The fire's just starting to warm up in my room. Let's just have a quick look. Well, I say it's starting to warm up. It's still, small... Well, not... Speed... Oh, fuck you. It's going to be 97 in a bit, so... Yeah, alright, so that one junction there was 80. You know what? I don't care. Give me the speeding fines. If I get critically short of money, what I'm going to do is just go tell myself to relocate from one garage to another. It takes a couple of days, and in which case I'll earn a couple million. If only it was that profitable in real life. If only you didn't have to pay insurance and what other factors are put into it as well. Taxes, that's the other main thing. Yeah. But my room's nice and warm now. And the sound of that rain, it's just making me feel quite comfy. Oh yeah. There's nothing like being somewhere warm and dry and hearing the sound of rain outside, especially when you know how wet it is. Cold it is, I should say. Scotland forever. And there we go. Top Gear. Went down into my woke up, and the temperature in my room was 13 degrees. That was fun. So got downstairs, thought right, get a fire going, and it's a semi-detached. Well, yeah, it's a semi-detached building. So the wall which adjoins my neighbours, 16 degrees. The wall which is on my side was 10 degrees. Yeah, big difference. So I'm grateful for my neighbours for having their heating going early in the morning, or probably just going all night long, because I think they've got gas central heating, which is one of those modern conveniences. Oh, it's 80 here, is it? Okay. Well, I guess this bridge is a bit lumpy, but I'm going to get a speeding fine. There it is. Yep. all speed cameras work in this game. There's no decoy speed cameras like in real life. But now it's 97, so... okay, I'm going to have to do this, which is not advisable, but... oh, bugger it. Shit. Okay. So what have I learnt from that? Perhaps I shouldn't be going so fast on, I shouldn't be going so fast on twisty-turny bits. Yep. Tow me to a service, please. Take me to Edinburgh. Ah, that's okay. You don't want nacelles anyway. What you want is a gas turbine. Because every time somebody orders a wind, it's like, oh, it's a beautiful wind farm. You have to have something which can instantly turn on as soon as the wind turbines either go below 100% or stop turning altogether. And currently, the only power producing technology we've got which can instantly turn on is a diesel or gas turbine. So every time you see a wind farm, you just go, oh, it's so nice that we're using natural gas as an energy source. But there we go. It started off, it was in Denmark, 49,000 euros. That's all my company had to its name. Now I've got over €1 million thanks to all those drivers. So now I have no payload. I don't have to go to Aberdeen. So let me just have a look. If I turn the engine on. Oh, I'm in gear. Right, let's try that again. And let's see how much... what's my range? It says 870 kilometers. Okay, so if I do world map and say... I want to go to France, I do. Aye, jobby, do poo. Let's say I want to go to La Rochelle, for example. Well, that would be 1,599 kilometers, so it ain't going to be enough fuel. Anyway, what's chat saying? Slow down the mirrors. Of course they are. One's German, the other's Celtic. They're completely different races. I'll just copyright your driving, Hobbit. He says he finds it painful watching me reversing. Alex Salmon had some Me Too drama apparently. It's raining outside my home and I have an electric heater in front of me. It does feel good, man. It certainly does. Right, so let us go and visit the garage in Edinburgh and let's do some purchases. So I want to get rid of reset navigation. That's what I want to do. Buy some Edinburgh ones. Oh, more than that. More than that, I can upgrade my truck configurator. I think that's what I want. So all I do is just go interior and say I want exclusive UK. So there we go. Got myself the right-hand drive. All of that layout's the same. It's just been inverted. And I keep meaning to change that poster, but I haven't looked into it yet. Got to find where the mod files are located and what directory it is. Do I want this one instead? If I just go, say for example, I just want that, I'd have to pay 14,000, 18,000. Well, okay, might as well. In for a penny, in for a pound. But the rest of that, I think, looks pretty good. Yeah. I don't want to copy the colour of that onto the other ones. I like them white. So we'll keep it white. And that flag... Alright, we'll have custom flag customizable, and then eventually I'll change it to custom flag flipped. There we go. Oh yeah, that's just the poster. It's not like the Volvo where you could put like branding on that panel. So confirm the order. There we go. And actually, speaking of that, there's some order, there's some embers. but there's not any fire. Oh. Just got to eat through that wood and turn it into heat. Unfortunately, most of the heat's being contained inside. Right, that should give the fire a bit of air to breathe. Let's go and see what these buildings are, these question marks. Oh, you know, I've changed my configuration, so let's put on front auxiliary and roof auxiliary. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm on the different side now. This is Edinburgh. Looks just like how I imagined it looked. How it should be. I'll probably need my windscreen wipers, don't I? There we go. Windscreen wipers. Recruitment agency. Okie dokie. And I want that away. I'm just going to use the sat nav it comes with. Just reverse onto a main road is A-OK in my books. As long as nobody's there to see you do it. Oh, and my speedo is in 9 miles an hour. Okay. Cool. And it's a man truck dealer. Or MAN as we're supposed to call it. Why? It says man. I'm going to pronounce it as man. I mean, the other one, you don't call it DAF, you say it's DAF. But mind you, I know people that do that. It's like, it's not the Ford car, it's the Ford KA. And it's just like, stop it. You're being pretentious. It's the Ford car. It's pronounced car. It is a car. It's by Ford. It's the Ford car. What else is here? Is there a garage? Have I bought the garage here? There's a garage. Mirror signal maneuver. Oh, I've already bought this garage. Okay. Turn the engine off. Handbrake on. And let's refuel. Slightly cheaper than the fuel outside. And, there. Do you notice there's not any pedestrians in this game? Well, there are one or two, but there's not many. I want a trailer available to me. So let's see. Who's not using container carrier in Luxembourg? Yep, so I'll have the container carrier from Luxembourg. And I want to use it. It will spawn in your garage in Luxembourg. No. How do I relocate it to Edinburgh? There we go. Relocate there. Yes. And this one's not being... Oh, it gets used now and then. So what about this one? That's being used a lot. That one's been used a lot. As is that one. That one is. That one's getting some use, not much. That one's getting used. That one's getting used. That one hasn't had much use. Alright, relocate that one to Innsbruck. Yep. There we go. Anyway, so the container carrier which is now in Edinburgh, I want to use it. Yep. Let's do some shipping container work. Oh, okay. Yeah. There it is. Right. Let's go and get a job. External market. That's the one I want. And used plastics. I can take to Denmark. I can go to Aberdeen, or I can go to Limoges. There we go with some used plastics. Belle Limoges. How's that for a journey? Scotland to the south of France. Ayy. So, Engine on, do that, mirrors there, mirror there, and proceed when the parking brake's off. I'm going to engage my... No, I want this extra steering. So I have the extra steering. I'm going to lean back, microphone towards the thing so I don't have to shout. I've also noticed if I get more than, say, 5 inches away from the microphone, it starts to get very echoey. Alright, no one's coming there, so I'm free to proceed. Hello, emergency ambulance. Good to see we're all working in coordinated fashion. And what's this telling me? Have I... Just carry on? Yeah, just carry on. Ah, okay. I see where I'm supposed to go now. No, mate. Nah, you didn't have right of way. You should have waited, but I don't know, I just felt like I've got on all this momentum going and I didn't want to lose it. I mean, if I had to brake, that's going to make my fuel efficiency worse. Yes, I did have to pay €400 fine for a crash vehicle offence, but it's a small price to pay to see my fuel efficiency improve. Ah, yes, because as we all know, Carrefour can be found in Edinburgh. Yes. I mean, fair play to the mod author for making real company names spawn throughout Europe. But anyway, let's get over here and do that. And just go forward a bit more. There. And now I have to turn around that way. Oh yes, because this is where we find shipping containers being loaded from. Honestly, that doesn't seem very realistic if you ask me. I thought this was supposed to be a simulator. Why am I going to the docks with a shipping container? Why am I here in a supermarket called Carrefour in Edinburgh? But at least I can do this. This was, as reversing jobs go, fairly easy. Oh, and I'm already sleepy. So engine turn off, load that, take a nap. And where are the junkies? Good question. I'm guessing as it's raining, they're all indoors. But I got a new can of Iron Brew. So I'm ready to go. Parking brake disengaged. Got the extra set of steering wheels, which I'm going to disengage as soon as we're out of this facility. Like... So it says stop, but it really means go. When they say stop, you go. Look. No one's there, car coming, it's fine. And there's my shipping container on my cargo containing lorry. So anyway, I'll just line up there, disengage the steering wheels, and let's get on the road again. I must admit, for a rainy winter's day in it, you know, I gotta find it because there was a mod on GTA Vice City which I thought was absolutely brilliant. And what it would do is, it was a mod which hacked the in-game clock and weather. So you could program it to any weather. I used to program it to what my local weather was, and it was like it would get the information from AccuWeather, and you do that. Am I doing? I'm doing under 30. That's okay. So, even though the speedo's saying 48, you don't get signs saying 60. That's what. This is why I avoid the UK. They need to do some updates on the UK like that. You don't. I have seen in my life, all my time driving in the UK, 160 mile an hour sign, and I think that was when I was going towards Luton on the 5-lane M1, was it? Got to find somewhere to pull over and have a nap. That's what the hard shoulder's there for. If you're getting towards the end of the slip road, don't stop, use the hard shoulder. But anyway, I've done all that and got a refuge for me, mate. Oh yes, the lovely English service station. So just, or Scottish I should say. Right, stop there. Parking brake on, and the wheels there, engine off. Still do that stuff, now I can have a rest. By the time I wake up, I can go engine on, parking brake off, and get ready to get going. But yeah, this mod for Vice City, it would because also like the day-night cycle of Vice City, I think would complete every 10 minutes. You know, so it'd be night and day very quickly. And it says 97, so I just got to get up to, there it is, 56 miles an hour. And hopefully it should just be like that for a good long while. But it was one of the things I really liked about it was that in addition to making the weather set to, so you could put it to like Miami, Florida, which I think was the default option, but I just have it set to local weather, so when it was snowing, it was just like snowing Vice City, which I thought, wow, I didn't even know the game had snow in it, but it was, yeah, it's been modelled. So we do that, and it's saying I do 80 now, so that's 50 miles an hour. In fact, let's get to cruise control so I can see what I'm doing. There it is. Right. What I really liked about it is that not only would it do the correct weather, it would do the correct time of day, so it would just go take your computer's clock and just apply that. So occasionally you could see it was like it was trying to go in sunset, but it wouldn't. And it will also just make the sunsets and sunrises, if you were playing the game set 5 in the morning, which I must confess I have done, you would see those things happen. So what I'd love to do, and hopefully someone in the chat goes, yes, that mod does exist for Euro Truck Simulator, it's called the Real Weather and Time mod. If somebody could create that, if it doesn't exist already, I would use that mod, because I think it doesn't exist in the game yet, but they are talking about modelling fog in the game, as they were showing like these screenshots from Spain with fog, which I thought was a bit silly because Spain's not really known for its fog. Maybe they could have just said, oh yeah, by the way, we're updating the United Kingdom because you don't get signs everywhere saying 60 miles an hour, and also these junctions are ridiculous. Those sort of junctions don't exist, or if they do, there are only like 1 or 2 in the country. Here's the sort of junctions you actually see when you go onto the M63 towards Scotland. Slow down. Let's not have a repetition of last time. I want to get out of this country in one piece. Nice to be driving a right-hand drive again. I can see bits of orange creeping around the log. It's slowly being consumed by the fire. That's good. He's doing 20 miles an hour. Alright, that's it. You're frustrating me. Ah, oh, bollocks. I can't overtake yet. Well, I will. And I think I've got a significantly lighter payload than his, what, milk or water or whatever he's carrying? Yeah. Yeah, I'm accelerating a lot faster than he is. Alright, we're leaving Scotland, we are back in England, and on our way towards beautiful sunny France. I'm not going too fast, am I? Might be shit, that is a bit too fast. Fortunately, the braking didn't kill me that time. But there's always next time. Single carriageway, driving a lorry, 50 miles an hour. Excuse me. The difference between a single and the dual carriageway is not the amount of lanes, as I once thought. It is possible to have a single lane dual carriageway. It's that there's a physical separation of the road. So a dual carriageway will have a centre reservation, or it will have earth, or grass, or just something which isn't road, something which you can drive on but you don't really want to. And that's a dual carriageway. A single carriageway is where it's one continuous piece of road. So you won't find any motorways which are single carriageway. You won't find any dual carriageways which are single carriageway. But you will occasionally find single carriageways which are multiple lanes. Typically though, single carriageways are like this, where it's one lane going each side. The only exception to that is if it's a particularly steep hill, there'll be a crawler lane and an overtaking lane for the ones going uphill, and then there'll just be one downhill lane for everything going downhill. Fried chicken, warmth and rain is a combination which spells I want to take a nap. And any minute now it's gonna, yep, motorway conditions, so that's 97 kilometers an hour, which is 60 miles an hour, but you can't get to 60, you can only get to 90, which is 56 miles an hour. But there used to be a time, back before the European Union, when we had our own rules, and our rules say that a lorry can do 60 miles an hour on the motorway, not 56. We have no minimum speed limit, so if you felt inclined to do 50 or 60 on the motorway, you could. Although, headlight usage effect... Oh, I've got to turn my headlights on. Alright. Oh yeah, and that's definitely the sound of an English siren. Have I... Oh yeah, it's twilight, so you are supposed to have some lights on when it's twilight. Alright, you're just going to go there. I'm going to undertake you then. Excuse me. You just decide to put your brakes on for no reason. There's no obstructions ahead of you, no traffic. It's just like, you know, I feel like hitting the brakes instead of accelerator. Ooh, thunder. Now I feel even more cozy. Don't know why, but the sound of thunder makes me just feel very, very at peace. Now, that's another thing which they've got incorrect in this game. You can see here, I'm going on the strip, or at least I'm trying to. I definitely went on it there. It makes no noise. In the UK, our strips don't make noise, but if I go in here... Now, mind you... Yep. That's right. That is the sound it makes. However, in Belgium... They don't use rubbing strips the way they do. I think they got a slight diamond shape to it, and when you drive over that, it makes this noise depending on how fast you're going. And I think that's the same in France as well. They use the same style of rubbing strip, but they sound like these ones make. That is correct. But I wish they'd update that. I wish they'd be like... I mean, considering that this is a simulator and it prides itself on authenticity, I would like them to get that bit authentic. Wasn't speeding. Good. Yeah. Still 80. If you're wondering why there was no video yesterday, well, there was a video yesterday, but primarily it was a music day. It wasn't a games day, and I felt very tired. Didn't feel like playing any games. Did feel like doing some music, and I felt like doing some music today, but I'm still waiting for the batteries to charge up, which is a bit of a nuisance. What can one do, eh? What can one do? Keep rubbing against the side of the road. I'm looking at my mirrors to sort of see how, yeah, I think I'm doing alright now. I find it ironic that I've got a shipping container and I'm going from Edinburgh, which is a port town, to Limoges, which is in the middle of the south of France, with a shipping container with used plastics. But hey, it was the best paying of all the jobs, and it gets me into France, which is the goal of this. And yeah, we know we've got not quite enough fuel to get us there, but that's alright. Let's have a look at our high score. And it's still going up. I mean, I saw that at 36 litres of fuel to do 100 kilometres yesterday. Well, the day before yesterday. Straight on, okay. And now it's showing it's 39.1. I mean, was that carrying the wind turbine nacelle which did that? I suppose one of the things I could do with this is have a look at, say, for example, the container's payload. No, the actual, the total weight itself, not the payload weight. And just do the lightest jobs. No talking now, just the sound of rain. sound of rain and turbochargers very gently whirring up, and the muted sound of an indicator stick as we change from the middle lane to the left lane, or also known as the outside lane. Was as good for you as it was for me. And now we see signs to Grimsby. We don't want to take that, so we're just going to go here and carry straight on, because I believe at some point we will be going to Dover and either taking the train or taking the ferry. This may be a train crossing, only one of its type in the world. I believe there are a few other underground, under the water train journeys, but I don't know of any undersea tunnels apart from the one that links, is it Ramsgate to... Oh, I don't know where it exits in France. But let's just take a moment to enjoy the sound of rain in silence. Yes. Don't mind that sound. That was just a sound of somebody trying to overtake when they shouldn't have, and they now know their place is behind me. Now we hear the sound of the turbocharger winding up as I accelerate to 90 kilometers an hour, the fastest we are allowed to do. If you just cast your eyes to the bottom left corner, you can see that the sat-nav says we are authorised to do 97 kilometers an hour on the UK highways, which we're unable to do as that's 60 miles an hour. We are speed limited to 56 miles an hour. And I think as we won't be exiting towards Grimsby or anywhere else, this is the correct lane for us until we head towards Dover. So let's just keep on this lane, and as this is the correct lane to be in. As we can see there, another turning off. That wasn't for us. So that is why we are now in the correct lane. This is where we shall remain until we end towards either the Channel Tunnel or the ferry, whichever the sat-nav takes us to. We see another one of these unusual ends to the motorway, which I've never seen on a UK road. And let's just mount that. Fuck. Come on, keep with it. Oh. Possibly did that a bit too fast, possibly. Or maybe they should more accurately model their speed cameras. Fuck me. I was trying to do a nice relaxed ASMR as we enjoy the sound of rain together. Let's just alert the other road users to our presence. They are now alerted. We can take the windscreen wipers off as they are no longer needed in this part. Just some gentle air horn to help us into this nice dry period as we go through the tunnel. Yes, quite. And as we exit the tunnel, another sound just to alert them that we're exiting the tunnel. There. And we're just going to be proceeding at 50 miles an hour for the foreseeable future, for reasons beyond my ken. And we're going to go into the middle lane, where we shall hopefully remain until we get towards Dover. Current fuel consumption has gone down to 38.5 litres per 100 kilometres, and that's the average. The current seems to be hovering around about, well, the numbers keep fluctuating. We shall see. I'm starting to nod off this, yeah, okay. Let's focus on the road, shall we? If I genuinely feel like I need to go and take a break and a nap, I'll stop the stream early and find somewhere to park up. Well, at least let's get to northern France before we do it. So just have a look at road signs and try and guess where we are. I'm going to say we're probably passing Derby by now, or we're in Derbyshire. So, if you're watching this and thinking to yourself, why is Hobbit hogging the middle lane? Whenever we get to one of these junctions, you'll see the reason why. So there's a turning off, it's saying towards Cambridge. as you can see, rather than creating 3 lanes with a 4th lane to split off of, it does this strange thing where it contracts the motorway to 2 lanes. Now I know there are motorways in the UK which are like that, especially around the M25 as it turns into the M40, but as there is no law against being in this lane for long periods of time, unlike in France where you're obligated to go into the outermost lane, I shall stay in this one until I get to either the ferry or the train. And I saw a sign for London, so fingers crossed it's not far away, because I would like a nap. It seems we are mostly going downhill all this way, which I gotta say I'm not opposed to. It's doing my fuel efficiency good. It's starting at 39.1 at the beginning of the journey. It's now down to 38.2 litres to do 100 kilometres. But how efficient can we get? That woke me up. Okay, if I was actually driving right now, I'd be looking for services to pull over with. Because... yeah. Well, let's have a look at the map. See what goal I can set myself. So we're there. Oh, it's not far to the tunnel. Yeah, we'll keep on going. We're almost on the M25 orbital. So this must be the M1 then. never mind. No real harm done. It's all a game. And here's the M25 orbital. Just bring our speed down to comply with the temporary speed limit, which seems to be permanent on certain parts of the motorways. Also, these message retracted about better not be fed posting on my stream. Oh no no no. Are these going to merge and turn? Let's see. I could just overtake here, can't I? So, we're not going to go all the way from Edinburgh to Limoges in this one. We're going to get as far as the train, cross over into France, and then I'll stop the stream because I'm going for a nap. So just still on the M25, and oh look, the sat-nav actually identifies it as the M25. Well, that's nice. And if you're watching this now saying, why is Hobbit on the middle lane? Because of the way this game manages junctions and the way they're so closely spaced together, if I was to go in the left-hand lane, like that car which is undertaking me, I would be compelled to go into this lane, which often results in crashing. So, we won't do that. We'll just stay in this lane, where I won't have to do any navigation at the last minute. Except this time, because this is my exit. So, just get ready to hover over the brake. Turn cruise control off. And just do that because they weren't going fast enough. Ah, there's some distant thunder. Hope if you're watching this, it's somewhere warm and comfortable and you two are enjoying the sounds of rain pattering on my Scania top line, high cab, sleeper cab. Yeah. So what road are we on now? Is the sat-nav gonna tell us, or do I just have to wait and see? Whatever this road is, it's uncharted. As you can see, as I approach into another sector of it, it goes from grey to yellow. Any road you haven't been on in the game is grey. So I think we'll do that as a review once I've decided to stop driving. We'll just have a look at where I have been. Oh, and that's very nice. We're finding 37.9 litres to do 100 kilometres. Remember, we started at 39.1 litres at the start of this journey in Edinburgh. And here we are now, almost at Dover. Yep, there's the turning for Dover and Southampton, although I don't think that's where we are going, because I think we're going towards the Channel Tunnel. No. Where am I going? I'm going on that one. I know there's a lorry behind me, but he can wait. I know one junction, or rather exit to a dual carriageway, which is that tight, but you hardly ever find something that bad on an English road. So I'm hoping once SCS Software do their Iberia expansion, they could come and revisit the UK and renovate it like they did the German part. So just wait for it to get down to 50 miles an hour and engage the cruise control. There we go. So let's just wind our way towards where the sat-nav takes us. I don't recognise this road. I know the road that goes into Dover, but this is not the one. There's this downhill section, and so we're going towards Southampton and Plymouth. Sit up in the chair. And it looks like it's the Channel Tunnel. Yep, it's the Channel Tunnel. assuming I was to damage the trailer, I suppose the shipping container would get damaged, but the actual contents itself are used plastic, so would it really matter if it got bashed about? I don't think so. So this one's green. Alright. This one as well is green. Oh, and the driver's tired, just like I am. Just line up with the icon and off. Handbrake on, engine off. And the only destination is Calais, which is 35 minutes. Right, so not going anywhere. So we'll stop there for the moment. But if I go on the world map, so we can see I've not been to any part of the UK except when I came in. So this was actually welcome to my playthrough where I go for a bit of the UK, and I went as far as that bit on the M90 before having my accident. So I decided I was going to drive all the way down, and then we're going towards Limoges. So that's it. Thank you